Hello, my name is Andrew Barbeau, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a high quality dashboard in Tableau very quickly. As you can see, I'm currently in a video project workbook that me and my team have put quite a bit of work into, creating quite a bit of visuals, and I'm in a new dashboard which I've created by pressing this button right here. This dashboard is currently named Dashboard 1, and I'm going to rename it to be Manager Engagement Dashboard, as what we are going to be discussing in here is the employee engagement by manager. So yeah, here we are. I'm going to just show that dashboard title, and I'm going to spice up my desktop or my dashboard just a little bit by formatting it. So what you're going to do is you're going to go up here into Format, Dashboard. I'm going to put a cream shading on because I like the cream color, and I'm going to put a white shading on my title and a gray semi-weighted border just so it stands out a little bit. There we go. Of course, feel free to change these colors to be more aligned with your business. But just generally, dashboard needs to be visually appealing so that it can quickly, effectively, and engagingly transfer information. So that is what that will do for us. Now I'm ready to throw in my most important visual, this average employee engagement by manager. Currently, it doesn't really stand out from my dashboard very much, so I'm going to click on it, go into layout. I'm going to throw another border on it, and I am going to change that background color to white. Um, yeah, currently the fit is on entire view, which is generally fairly nice because it shows all your data in a very concise manner, but sometimes it can get quite cluttered. So I'm going to change it to be fit width, and that's going to bring up a little scroll bar right here, but we'll deal with that later. It's not too big of a deal. And now I want to throw in my other two visuals, so I'm going to first throw in a horizontal container down at the bottom here. This container is just generally good practice in Power BI, as it allows you to change between different size screens without too many changes in the layout of your dashboard. And you especially want this if you're going to be using an automatic sizing, which adjusts size to the screen that is viewing it. But for right now, I'm just going to use that horizontal container, and I'm going to drag the map into the bottom left and this race pie chart into the bottom right. I'm now going to format both of these. I'm going to take the title off this map, put that border back on it, and put a white background. And I am going to do the same for this pie chart, except I am going to leave the title because I do believe that title adds a little bit. And I'm going to change the view to entire view to remove that scroll bar that you saw earlier. And there we have it. As you can see, that pulled up all of these visuals, and it pulled up these filters on the side as well. Some of these are redundant, like this manager name. This one affects my pie chart, while this one affects my map. And that's mostly just because they were built into these visuals themselves. But really, we would like them to work together. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here in the dashboard. We're going to go down to actions. There's a couple of different actions you can take, but we're just going to stick with filter because that's the one you're going to be using the most frequently. This one we're going to call unify because that's what it's going to do for us. It's going to unify all of our actions, and we are going to make it an action that occurs on select. We're going to want it to change all of our source sheets, and we're going to want it to target all sheets. We're going to want to keep all filtered values, and we're going to sort all fields. So there we have it. Just going to throw that in, and what that does, it's going to let us click on like this state, and it's going to filter our options. It's going to let us highlight all states, bring our options back. We can click on this one and just drill down into one state and one race, or we can zoom back out and look at all of this together. This makes these filters rather redundant, so we're just going to go ahead and take these off. This right here is a visual for our map, so we're going to make this floating by going into layout, going into floating, dragging it down to that bottom left, throwing on a background, throwing on another border, and then we are going to resize this just to fit a little bit better. Throw that down, and there we have it. That legend's on. Gonna keep removing some filters. This is another legend. This one is for a pie chart though. So we're just gonna pop that out, throw a background on it, throw a border on it, and then we are going to see where this fits into our pie chart. Let's just go ahead and throw it right there for now. And we're gonna just shrink it over to the side, and we're gonna call that good. Yeah, so beyond this, a couple of things to keep in mind is to just keep the layout clean and easy to read, right? You know, you want clear distinctions between your dashboards and your visuals, just so it's easy to read. Another thing we might want is we might want a helpful tooltip. Like in here, we see that count of employee name. It's not a very it doesn't make much sense. So what you're going to do is you're going to go into this map itself by popping out into the worksheet, and you are going to go here into tooltip, and I'm going to make mine more of a sentence structure, so it's going to say something along the line of in X state there are employees. Let's underline that, and let's change this to be black, just like our other ones. And there we have it. That should be good. Is there a space there? There is. And now when we hover over this there, in Tennessee, there are blank employees. I'm actually going to change that one more time just because I want these to have a different color than our other ones. So I'm going to change this one's color to be, let's do light blue and that same light blue. And there we are. So now we have in Tennessee, there are 22 employees. Perfect. So now when we hover over here, same thing. Perfect. That's exactly what we were looking for to happen. I'm not going to go into that in our other options, such as this one or this one, but you get the idea. The other thing I would like to do to our dashboard is I would like to create a little info icon right here so they can pull up a data dictionary or something along those lines, just so I can explain my data a little bit better. And I would like to have a summary of our data right up here beside our title. Both of these you would accomplish simply through creating another visual through another worksheet. Me and my team have not created a summary worksheet, and I'm not going to be doing that here with you because we don't have a lot of summary data to work with. And I also believe you can do that on your own. But I will be showing you how to create that information icon. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a new worksheet by pressing this button right here. You're going to go ahead and create a new calculated field, which you can do by clicking this drop down, create a calculated field. I'm going to call it help because that's what it's going to be doing. I'm just going to put 2 quotations right there. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to drag that help out here into rows, and we are going to select a shape, and we are going to select let's try and find a, there we go, an exclamation point will work perfect. There we have it. Now what you're going to do is you're going to remove this header, and we're going to want to remove these row liners as well. So you're going to go into format, borders, and this row divider we're just going to go none. And so now we just have this little help icon, and we can adjust that tooltip that comes up by going into tooltip and just saying this is where the information goes. There we have it. Just going to leave that as it is. We're going to go back over here to show you how to put it in. Just going to drag that sheet out, and there it is. Going to put a background and a border on that, and then I am going to change the fit to entire view fit. I'm going to remove that title, and I'm just going to shrink this down and throw that up in our top right. There we have it. If you wanted to create a little info icon, that's how you would do it. You just hover on over, and there it is. Yeah, so that was creating a Power BI dashboard with me, Andrew Barbeau. I hope you learned a little thing or two from me. The basics are you create a dashboard by pressing this. You rename it by double-clicking down here. You can format your dashboard by going into Format Dashboard, change your shading, change your borders on your titles, all that good stuff. You then start putting in your visuals by dragging them out. Make sure you use your containers so that it adjusts when your size adjusts, especially if you're going to use the adjustable size form. You can, a lot of times there'll be some redundant filters. Maybe you want to filter, maybe you want to make your actions unified. The way you can do this is by going into dashboard, going into actions, and creating an action, specifically a filter action. And yeah, you can create a little helpful information icon by creating a new sheet and new data field and just making that data field text and then attaching an icon to it. Yeah, I hope you learned something today again, and thank you for watching this video with me.